If you've been dragging yourself through the day, running on coffee and willpower, someone has probably told you to just eat more spinach. That advice isn't wrong, exactly. It's incomplete, because the iron sitting in a bowl of spinach can pass straight through your body without ever being absorbed, and almost nobody explains why. There's a difference between the iron in a steak and the iron in a lentil. Your body treats them completely differently, and if you don't know that difference, you can eat iron-rich foods every single day and still feel exhausted by 2 in the afternoon. Here are 13 of the best iron sources you can put on a plate, in what order to eat them, and the one mistake that quietly cancels out almost all of it. Quick note before we get into the list: if fatigue has been part of your daily routine for weeks or months, food alone might not fix it, and it's worth getting blood work done so you know what you're actually dealing with. This video will give you the tools either way. If that's useful, subscribing means you won't miss the next one. Iron isn't just another nutrient on a label. It's the mineral your red blood cells use to build hemoglobin, the protein that grabs oxygen in your lungs and hauls it to every muscle and organ in your body. When iron runs low, your blood can still technically carry oxygen, it just carries less of it. Your heart works harder to compensate, your brain gets less fuel. And the result feels exactly like ordinary tiredness, which is why so many people live with it for years without realizing what's actually going on. Women who are still menstruating, endurance athletes, growing teenagers, and anyone eating mostly plant-based tend to be at higher risk. But low iron shows up in plenty of people who don't fit any of those categories too. Here's where most people get it wrong. Not all iron is created equal. Iron from animal sources, meat, poultry, seafood, is called heme iron. Your body absorbs it efficiently, often somewhere between 15 and 35% of what you eat. Iron from plants, eggs, and dairy is called non-heme iron, and your body is far pickier about it, typically absorbing somewhere in the low single digits up to about 10%. That doesn't mean plant-based iron is useless. It means it needs help. Pair a non-heme source with vitamin C, citrus, bell peppers, tomatoes, strawberries, and studies on iron absorption have shown that combination can boost uptake several times over compared to eating the iron alone. The flip side matters just as much. Coffee, black tea, and green tea contain compounds called polyphenols that bind to iron in your gut and drag a large chunk of it right out of your body unused. Calcium does something similar. If you're eating a great iron source and washing it down with a cup of coffee, you're working against yourself. Give it an hour of separation, minimum, and you keep far more of what you just ate. Keep that rule in your back pocket. It's going to matter for almost every food on this list. These 4 are the most efficient iron sources you can eat, because your body barely has to work to use them. 1. Beef or duck liver. Ounce for ounce, liver is one of the most concentrated sources of heme iron available, along with a dense dose of vitamin B12 and folate, both of which your body also needs to actually produce new red blood cells. If the idea of liver on its own doesn't appeal to you, it gets folded into pâté, ground into burger blends, or pan-seared with onions, and the iron content doesn't change. 2. Blackstrap molasses. This is what's left over after sugarcane has been processed down multiple times, and it concentrates the minerals that would otherwise be stripped out, iron, magnesium, and potassium among them. A tablespoon stirred into oatmeal or hot water with lemon is an easy daily habit, and unlike a lot of superfoods, it's inexpensive and shelf-stable for years. 3. Oysters and other shellfish. Oysters combine iron with a heavy dose of zinc and copper, 2 minerals your body also needs for healthy blood cell production. If oysters aren't practical where you live, clams and mussels offer a similar profile. 4. Pumpkin seeds. A single handful of raw shell-on pepitas gives you a meaningful iron boost along with magnesium, which helps with the muscle cramping and restlessness that sometimes rides along with low energy. They travel well, which makes them one of the easiest additions to a desk drawer or a glove compartment for an afternoon slump. That's your foundation, the sources your body absorbs with the least resistance. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Most people can't or don't want to eat liver and oysters every day. So the real question is whether plant-based iron can actually carry the weight. The answer is yes, with the right technique. 5. Spirulina. This blue-green algae is one of the most iron-dense foods on the planet by weight, and it comes with a complete amino acid profile most plants can't match. A teaspoon stirred into a smoothie is enough to notice. Any more than that, and the flavor becomes hard to mask, so start small. 6. Hemp seeds. Beyond the iron, hemp seeds bring omega-3 fatty acids that support the kind of steady, even energy that keeps you from crashing mid-afternoon. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, yogurt, or a salad, and they add a mild, nutty crunch without changing the flavor of the dish. 7. Cooked lentils. Lentils are one of the most practical iron sources for a weekly meal plan, but there's a mistake worth flagging here. They contain phytic acid, a compound that binds to iron and blocks absorption. Cooking breaks a significant amount of it down. Soaking dried lentils before cooking breaks down even more. Undercooked or raw lentils are one of the quietest ways people sabotage their own iron intake without realizing it. 8. Dark chocolate, 85% cacao or higher. The higher the cacao content, the more iron and antioxidant compounds survive the manufacturing process. A couple of squares after dinner is a genuinely reasonable way to close out the day, though it's not a replacement for the other foods on this list. Think of it as a bonus, not a strategy. 9. Amaranth. This ancient grain, originally cultivated by Aztec and Andean farmers, holds noticeably more iron than wheat or rice by weight. It cooks similarly to quinoa and works well as a hot breakfast porridge or folded into a grain bowl. These last 4 aren't necessarily the highest in raw iron content, but they either help your body absorb iron more efficiently or pair naturally with the foods you've already heard about. 10. Sun-dried tomatoes. The drying process concentrates the iron already present in tomatoes, and because tomatoes carry natural vitamin C, sun-dried tomatoes essentially deliver iron and its own absorption booster in the same bite. Toss them into a salad with lentils, and you've built a meal that works with your biology instead of against it. 11. Sesame seeds and tahini. 2 tablespoons of tahini carry a solid iron dose, along with healthy fats that slow digestion and help you avoid the blood sugar crash that often masquerades as fatigue. Drizzled over roasted vegetables or blended into a dressing, it's an easy way to work iron into a dinner you're already making. 12. Grass-fed ribeye or other red meat. This is heme iron again, absorbed efficiently, and it comes bundled with zinc and B12. If you eat red meat, this is one of the most reliable ways to move the needle without changing much about how you already cook. 13. Mackerel and other oily fish. Mackerel pairs iron with a heavy dose of B12, and B12 deficiency causes a kind of fatigue that looks almost identical to iron deficiency from the outside. Covering both at once, in the same fillet, is efficient in a way most single foods aren't. Here's something most lists like this leave out entirely: cookware matters. Cooking acidic foods, tomato sauce, chili, anything with vinegar or citrus, in a cast iron skillet transfers a measurable amount of iron from the pan into the food itself. It's not going to replace a proper diet, but over months of regular use, it adds up. It's one of the reasons cast iron was standard equipment in kitchens for generations before anyone had a name for bioavailability. A few habits quietly undo everything you just learned. Drinking coffee or tea with an iron-rich meal is the biggest one. Separate them by at least an hour if you can. Relying only on spinach and kale for iron is another. Both contain oxalates that bind to iron much the way phytic acid does in lentils, so they're a good source, not a complete solution on their own. Taking a calcium supplement at the same time as an iron-rich meal blocks absorption the same way coffee does, so if you take one, space it out. And expecting results in a day or two sets you up for disappointment. Your body needs weeks of consistent intake to rebuild iron stores, not a single good meal. And if fatigue doesn't budge after a few weeks of genuinely consistent changes, that's a signal worth taking seriously rather than pushing through. A simple blood test can tell you whether iron is actually the issue, or whether something else, thyroid function, sleep quality, or another cause entirely, deserves your attention instead. To review, liver, blackstrap molasses, oysters and pumpkin seeds give you the fastest absorbing iron. Spirulina, hemp seeds, cooked lentils, dark chocolate and amaranth cover the plant-based side, as long as you cook and pair them properly. Sun-dried tomatoes, tahini, grass-fed beef and mackerel round things out, several of them pairing iron with the exact nutrients that help your body use it. None of these foods are magic on their own. What actually changes how you feel is the combination, heme and non-heme sources, paired with vitamin C, kept away from coffee and calcium at the wrong moment, and given enough time to work. That's the entire mechanism most advice skips over, and it's the difference between eating healthy foods and actually feeling the difference from them. If this saved you from a mistake you didn't know you were making, that's exactly what this channel is here for. Drop a comment and let us know which of these you're already growing or raising yourself. Homegrown pumpkin seeds and backyard eggs count for more than most people realize. Share this with anyone who's been dragging through their afternoons, and if you want more breakdowns like this one, subscribing means you'll catch the next video the moment it's up.